Imagine losing an arm and then growing a new one. Sounds impossible, right? But for one strange little animal, this is completely real. This strange creature is called the axolotl. It may look small, harmless, and almost unreal, but hidden inside its body is an extraordinary ability, the power to rebuild parts of itself after serious injury. But the real mystery begins when an axolotl gets seriously injured. Instead of simply healing with a permanent scar, its body can begin rebuilding what was lost. And somehow its cells know how to start the process. When an axolotl loses part of a limb, its body doesn't simply close the wound and move on. Instead, cells around the injury begin communicating with each other, creating the conditions needed to rebuild the missing structure. It's almost as if the animal's body receives a signal saying, "Something is missing. Rebuild it." The process begins at the wound itself. Instead of immediately forming a permanent scar, the injured area becomes highly active. Cells begin multiplying and changing, while signals from nearby tissues help guide what happens next. This is where the axolotl's remarkable regeneration truly begins. And once that process begins, the axolotl doesn't just close the wound. It starts rebuilding what was lost. Bone, muscle, nerves, blood vessels, and skin can all be reconstructed, piece by piece, as the limb slowly takes shape again. But here's where things get even stranger. The cells don't just grow randomly. Somehow they follow signals that tell them where to go, what to become, and how to rebuild the missing structure. It's almost like the axolotl carries a biological blueprint for its own body. And at the center of this process is something scientists call a blastema. It forms at the injury site, gathering activated cells that will help rebuild the missing limb. These cells communicate, organize themselves, and gradually begin forming the new structure in the correct pattern. From this organized group of cells, the missing limb can slowly begin to take shape. Different cells start following different roles, helping rebuild the tissues the animal needs. What looks like a simple injury is actually the beginning of a carefully coordinated reconstruction. And the remarkable part is that the new limb isn't just a rough replacement. As regeneration continues, different tissues develop together, creating a structure that can eventually function like the original. The axolotl isn't simply covering the damage, it's rebuilding what was there before. But the real mystery isn't just how the axolotl rebuilds a limb, it's how the new limb knows when to stop growing. Somehow, the regeneration process follows precise signals, creating the right size, shape, and number of digits instead of growing endlessly. And that control is what makes regeneration so remarkable. The new limb doesn't simply grow until it looks complete. Cells constantly respond to signals from surrounding tissues, helping coordinate the size, shape, and position of each part as the limb develops. And the axolotl's regenerative ability doesn't stop at its limbs. Scientists have also observed regeneration in structures such as the tail and spinal cord, making this small amphibian even more remarkable. The more researchers study it, the more complicated its ability to rebuild itself becomes. So why can the axolotl rebuild what humans usually cannot? The answer isn't a single superpower. Researchers are finding that its regeneration depends on a whole network of cells, signals, genes, and responses that work together after an injury. And that's exactly what makes the axolotl so valuable to science. The ultimate question is whether humans could ever learn to regenerate like the axolotl. Scientists are studying its cells and molecular signals to understand how regeneration is controlled. But copying the axolotl isn't as simple as transferring a few genes. The real challenge is understanding the entire biological system behind regeneration. Humans aren't completely helpless when it comes to regeneration. Our bodies can already repair skin, bone, blood, and even parts of the liver. But compared with the axolotl, there's a major difference. Human healing usually restores function with scar tissue, while axolotls can rebuild complex structures with far less scarring. But here's the trade-off. Scar tissue isn't a failure, it's the body's emergency repair system. It helps close damaged tissue and protect the body from further harm. The problem is that this quick solution can make it harder to rebuild the original structure exactly as it was. Scientists aren't trying to turn humans into axolotls. They're trying to understand the biological rules that allow an axolotl to rebuild itself. If we can uncover those rules, we may one day find better ways to repair damaged human tissues and organs. So could humans ever regenerate like an axolotl? Maybe, but we're nowhere near that point yet. Scientists still need to understand how regeneration is controlled, how cells know what to become, and how the body knows exactly what needs to be rebuilt. The axolotl may not give us the answer, but it could give us some of the clues. The axolotl doesn't just show us what nature can do. It shows us what we still have to learn. Maybe one day the secrets of regeneration could change how we heal. Until then, this tiny animal remains one of nature's greatest mysteries. Follow Curious Earth for more.